the Muslim guy with the Gold Star sun gets the Gold Star message. Those 4 people in Benghazi were Gold Star people also.
I could not agree more.
That would be a way to pound it.
Hey, Dave, we love being back on there. I really appreciate it. So yeah, I heard email. I looked over at my email. That's who I am. I looked over at the email. I said, "Oh, you sent me an email? I don't see him. I see Richard. I don't see Dave." And, he's absolutely right in what he said. And by the way, again, we're so happy to be back on those 2 great radio stations up in the UP, along with our good friends over in Iron Mountain. We've been on there for a long time, and we love them too. What's interesting about it is he's right. Mr. Khan, the father, the Gold Star father of the man who was killed protecting other soldiers from the IED, he got all the press. We've got 2 parents now who are Gold Star parents who are suing the former Secretary of State and the Democrat nominee for President of the United States. And the story, I mean, I'm guessing it'll be on the other networks. Did you see this elsewhere?
I saw it on Fox News.
Right, and the story that I have, the story that I have here, the story that you have, is from Fox News. Now, I'm not here to say CBS, NBC, and ABC aren't covering it, but I mean, this should be the biggest outrage ever on planet Earth in the life, because Mr. Khan goes up there and attacks Donald Trump, and it turns out he's some immigration lawyer that brought in Muslims was his specialty, and so he's got a reason to have a problem with Donald Trump saying no Muslims until we find out what's going on. Now you've got 2 parents who they say they were lied to their face by Hillary Clinton, who are suing her. Give us the story, because people listening might not have heard this all day, because, again, I don't think the media is covering it anywhere near as much as they would had Donald Trump. Look, Donald Trump gets sued over the Trump University or some crap, and they went on and on with that for months. And the outrage would be, it would be up to 1 million if this were a suit being brought against Donald Trump, but it's being brought against Hillary Clinton. I'm guessing it'll be lukewarm. Go ahead.
The parents of 2 of the 4 Americans who died in the Benghazi attack in 2012 filed a lawsuit Monday against Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton, alleging her reckless handling of classified information contributed to their deaths. The case was filed in the U.S. District Court for the District of Columbia by Larry Klayman of Freedom Watch USA on behalf of Patricia Smith, the mother of Sean Smith, and Charles Woods, the father of Tyrone Woods, for allegedly wrongfully causing the death of their sons, as well as for defamation and intentional and negligent infliction of emotional distress. The lawsuit suggests Clinton's use of a private email server contributed to the deaths of Smith and Woods, adding that terrorists were able to obtain the whereabouts of Ambassador Christopher Stevens and thus the U.S. State Department at covert and other government operations in Benghazi, Libya, and subsequently orchestrate, plan, and execute the now infamous September 11, 2012 attack. Having used a secret private email server that we now know was used to communicate with Ambassador Christopher Stevens with confidential and classified government information, and which we also now know was likely hacked by hostile adversaries such as Iran, Russia, China, and North Korea, aligning with terrorist groups, it is clear that Hillary Clinton allegedly, negligently, and recklessly gave up the classified location of the plaintiff's sons, resulting in a deadly terrorist attack that took their lives, Klayman said in a statement announcing the suit. In addition to the wrongful death and negligence charges named in the suit, the parents also claim that Clinton defamed them in statements to the media, according to court documents. During her campaign for president, defendant Clinton has negligently, recklessly, and or maliciously defamed plaintiffs by either directly calling them liars or by strongly implying they are liars in order to protect and enhance her public image and intimidate and emotionally harm and silence them not to speak up about the Benghazi attack on at least 4 separate occasions.
All right, so thank you. Donald Trump goes after Hillary Clinton on her emails, on the facts, and he's called all sorts of names. He says the Second Amendment people could probably stop Hillary Clinton, and then he's called somebody who's inciting violence against Hillary Clinton, which is ridiculous. These parents, Hillary Clinton has called them liars. They say she lied to their faces. And there's no outrage at all from the media. They're completely on her side. They're, as I said to Dick Morris earlier, they're complicit in trying to protect her and protect whatever this image is that was made of her that clearly isn't really her. Now you've got this mother and this father of 2 individuals who were killed in Benghazi because she didn't increase the security, because they didn't send in backup, because they did. I mean, on and on and on. And again, this should be the lead story in every newscast for the next week. But instead, what are we talking about? We're talking about Donald Trump is inciting violence against Hillary Clinton. He's a celebrity businessman, and he incorrectly says that she wants to take guns away. That's the way it's going to be from now until November. Keep that in mind. Now, I will say this until I go to bed tonight, and then when I get up tomorrow morning, first thing I might say when I get up. This is a righteous lawsuit. I'm glad they're bringing it, not because she's running for president. I'm glad they're bringing it because their sons deserved better. They deserved better when their bodies of their sons were coming back. When the Secretary of State, according to them, looked them in the eye and said, we're going to get the person who made this video that caused this to happen, that caused the deaths of your sons, which we all now know is an absolute fabrication. This is righteous. I am not an over-litigious guy. I am not somebody who's sue happy. I don't think I've ever sued anybody. I'm thinking about suing Carrie because just dereliction of duty. And but I've never have you ever sued anybody?
I have not.
I haven't either. Now, and I'm not here to say that you're bad if you have, but I think there should be a really good reason if you're going to sue somebody. Again, I watch these court shows, Judge Judy and the People's Court, Judge Mathis, although he's so in the bag for Obama, it's tough to watch Mathis sometimes. But, people are suing people over, I stole my toenail clipper. I mean, it's just stupid. This is not a stupid lawsuit. This is a righteous lawsuit, and she needs to be held accountable for the ridiculous actions that she either did or didn't do leading up to and during the Benghazi attack. 1-800-383-9624, joepags.com.
This is the Joe Pags Show.